Allow me to say things are boiling nicely for President William Ruto. Allow me to say things are boiling towards the right place for the people of the Republic of Kenya and the Azimio la Umoja coalition. Why am I saying this? As we know, as of today being on 26th, of February 2025, the petitioners were petitioned that Azimio la Umoja were the majority in parliament, and they'd gone ahead to take the petition to the High Court, where the High Court ruled in favor of the petitioners and ruled that Azimio la Umoja were the majority in parliament. I've gone ahead to move to the Court of Appeal to seek to have Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, kicked out of office. Reason being, Moses Wetangula did not uphold the ruling of the High Court of Kenya. And now, it's a bad evening and bad news are coming to President William Ruto, as the Registrar of Political Parties has made this declaration against the UDA party and the Kenya Kwanza government. Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition remains the largest political alliance in Kenya, with 21 registered political parties, while Kenya Kwanza follows with 15. The latest update from the Registrar of Political Parties highlights the composition of both coalitions, emphasizing Azimio's numerical advantage despite recent defections. Now, the breakdown of Azimio's parties shows a strong representation in parliament. The Orange Democratic Movement leads with 89 members of parliament, followed by Jubilee with 30 and Wiper Democratic Movement with 26. Smaller political parties include the Kenya African Nation Union, which is KANU, and Democratic Action Party, which have contributed additional seats, while some have no parliamentary representation. Now, despite this trend, 5 political parties have applied to leave Azimio, with the withdrawal request dating as far back as 2023. Now, the affected parties included People's Liberation Party, which was formerly known as NARC Kenya, Maendeleo Chapchap, United Democratic Movement, Devolution Empowerment Party, and Pamoja African Alliance. Now, Kenya Kwanza, which initially had 11 member parties, before growing to 15, is dominated by United Democratic Alliance, which holds 145 seats. Other key affiliates include Amani National Congress and Ford Kenya. Several smaller parties add to the coalition's diversity but hold limited parliamentary influence. Now, the debate over parliamentary majority status continues with conflicting rules from the courts and Speaker Moses Wetangula. While a recent court decision recognized Azimio as the majority, Wetangula reaffirmed Kenya Kwanza's dominance based on seat numbers, maintaining its leadership in the National Assembly. Meanwhile, we can all say let's wait and see what happens next. But when we speak about this, the Office of Registrar of Political Parties says and rules that still, even though these people, the members of parliament who are elected under the Azimio coalition umbrella, have shifted their allegiance to the government, they still remain under the Azimio la Umoja umbrella. So if we were to make a ruling, we were supposed to rule that the Kenya Kwanza, the Azimio la Umoja are still the majority in parliament. It doesn't matter whether the Speaker of National Assembly continues to make his rulings, continues to disobey the court orders that have been relayed by the High Court of Kenya. As we know, Kibe Mungai, the petitioner and the lawyer that had petitioned he had gone ahead to appeal the decision that had been made by Speaker Moses Wetangula again after the High Court ruled, still maintains that Azimio la Umoja are supposed to remain and to be rewarded as the majority in parliament. Though Azimio la Umoja members of parliament seems to have shifted to an allegiance with President William Ruto, seems to have bought into the nonsensical involvement of the broad-based government, all we can say is that the political of the Registrar of Political Parties has the final say. If the political register of political parties has not even approved the requests that were made back in the year 2022 to have these parties move out of Azimio la Umoja, then why should we say that still Azimio la Umoja are the minority in parliament? Azimio la Umoja are supposed to be the majority. And I tell you, Moses Wetangula should cease from holding that office that he brags and beats his chest about, that he is the majority, he is the Speaker of the National Assembly. Also, looking at it, we should say as of right now, Kimani Ichung'wah should cease from holding the office of the majority leader. Also, Silvanus Osoro should cease from holding the office of the majority whip. And these offices should be given to Azimio la Umoja. But because Azimio la Umoja has been in bed with the Kenya Kwanza government through the broad-based government affiliation, that makes them to lose it all. If they were supposed to petition this, if they were supposed to follow this to the latter, they are supposed to be declared as the majority in parliament. And if they are declared as the majority in parliament, that means the government is the opposition. Are we together? When it comes to matters and bills to be passed in parliament, they have to argue on the basis of who is the majority and who are the minority. If the things that are brought in parliament are supposed to favor President William Ruto and not the people of the Republic of Kenya, then the Azimio la Umoja members of parliament are supposed to oppose them. Are we together? If they are supposed to favor President William Ruto, they are supposed to be opposed by Azimio la Umoja. But because Azimio la Umoja through Raila Amolo Odinga affiliation with William Ruto, that is where we say Raila Amolo Odinga lost to William Ruto humongously. And there is no way in the current world that we can see. The office of the the Registrar of Political Parties can go ahead and make a ruling as they want. They can make the standing order as they want. But if these people don't even want to fight for their right, if they don't want to fight for what is right for theirs, at what time will they be rewarded with this position? At what time will even the government view as if these people are a challenge to them and decide to give them what is right for theirs? Ndio maana unapata inakuwa vigumu hawa watu kuendelea kufanya kuendelea kuargue because the Azimio accepted defeat. The Azimio team accepted defeat. Are we together? When you look at it in that manner, that's what's up and that's what's going on. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more news and more trading stories.